The following is based on true events.
Hey guys, you want to come watch a film?
What's it about?
It's a sci-fi and a horror.
Hooray!
It's got lots of action.
Hooray!
It features full frontal nudity.
Hooray!
Sundays.
Oh no!
Rolling.
Yo, 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 yo,
What's up, bitch?
yo, yo,
Coming at ya!
yo.
Hey, Jeff P. Crew, yo!
Cleopatra coming at you. I can't avoid that. Should we close that window?
We probably should.
Yeah, it was going to be a window. I'm leaving this in. Probably leaving this in because I feel there's been a Cleopatra coming at you moment, and that means we should keep this. It's a one watch. We talk about things we watched. It's Sam and Tom today.
Yeah.
The dream team, the golden duo.
Yeah.
Cagney and Lacey. I think they're cops. Randall and Hopkirk. One of them was deceased. Probably me in that scenario. One's a ghost. I would be the ghost. If we were cops, I would be the go through walls ghost. But I probably wouldn't help you solve murders so much as just fuck about. If anything,
I'd just be Riggs.
Nice. Riggs is a good choice. Because he jumps off buildings and shit, and I'm not going high. Should have seen him on a step ladder at work the other day. I was just I was so slow. I genuinely got laughed at by going the second step.
Nice.
Yeah, and then got yelled at to come down. It was terrible. Bernstein was there. She was doing a lot of the laughing. Right, it's one watch. I've watched two things. Have you watched anything?
I've watched a few things, but I've watched one that I want to talk about.
Cool. I don't want this to take too long. It's an impromptu one watch because your laptop's stuck on fucking updates.
Yeah.
But I want the combo to flow. Would you like to start with one of my two or one of yours?
Well, you've got two.
Yes.
So if we start with my yours, do mine,
Okay.
and do your second.
Cool. Would you like... Oh no, it's set in the 80s. Or train-related mayhem. I give you the choice, sir. I give you the choice. Not you, listener. Tom.
I think we'll start 80s.
80s.
Okay. 80s start.
Okay. Our now incoming friend Paul, we do film nights. Film called Life Force.
Okay.
Okay. It's set in the 80s. It comes from a novel apparently called The Space Vampires.
Excellent.
Yeah. And it was sold to us as it's one of our friend Paul's childhood favourite films because it features full frontal nudity, which it certainly does.
It's good enough reason for a childhood favourite film.
Yeah. So, a joint American-British science team in space go to investigate Hades' comet.
Okay.
And they find a kind of structure in there with weird bat-like things. They then literally put a net over one of the bat-like things, and then they find 3 humans naked in glass cages, and then they bring them on board. Then a rescue team goes to the ship because as it's coming back to Earth, it's lost all contact, and they find the whole place has been torched. But they find the 3 naked human bodies. Then the 3 naked human bodies are brought down to Earth. Then the female, because it's 1 female and 2 males, gets up and walks around naked for a bit and kills some dudes and stuff.
It would be the female to do that.
And then one of the dudes she killed sort of comes back to life and tries to kill another dude, but then doesn't manage it and then just disappears and his skin all melts away. There's a scientist who's also a expert in death, amateur but enthusiastic hypnotist, and a biologist.
Okay.
There's a cop who cannot keep his head from being angled. It really pissed me off. There was one shot where he angled his head properly. I even went, thank you, and the next shot his head was at an angle again. It just drove me fucking crazy. There's rooms with lots of TVs and ridiculous amounts of lamps.
Obviously, 80s.
Yeah. It's like 85 we're talking. Some of the animatronic effects are up there with like Arnold Schwarzenegger driving the van in Terminator 1. Like, yeah, it's of its time, but yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah.
You know? Most of them are not. There's a lot of weird sexual politics. There's a cop who's a colonel, and then one of the astronauts who was a colonel lands. He'd escaped in a pod, and those two work together to try and catch the woman who at one bit is hiding in the body of Patrick Stewart. Make It So, number 1. Patrick Stewart, Professor X.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of blood and weirdness. Oh yeah, completely over the fucking top. It's 80s, dude.
Yeah.
It's 80s.
Yeah.
Just take it for granted. It's over the top. And there's a bit where a woman was possessed by the naked alien space vampire woman, and then the guy who escaped the spaceship, who's sort of connected to her in a weird way, goes, I can tell by sensing that she's a masochist. I have to beat the answers out of her, but she wants me to do it. And then starts beating her up. It's trash. It's absolute trash.
Yeah.
It's glorious 80s trash. There are quirky ties and funky suits and terrible lines. It's very fucking British. Like, there's a lot of British actors, and they're all one of two British. They're either really well-spoken, like, Tory, upper-class British, or they're, like, gruff London soldiers. Right, mate, you fucking what? Except they probably don't. I don't think there was much swearing. It is an 18, which I struggle to believe. Honestly thought, this is like a kid's film.
Well, it depends when it came out. I could see it being 18.
85. Before the nudity and the blood, I was sort of like, this feels like it's... there was a lot of nudity. It wasn't all that exciting. Then they stopped being nudity, and that was when Paul described as he lost interest in the film. It wasn't an easy watch, but it was fun to tear apart kind of watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like the type of film that I still wouldn't really understand even if I watched it.
Right. What you should do is I recommend everyone watches it. I recommend no one watches it alone.
Okay.
I recommend everyone get a group, get a friend or a partner or a social group and have a night in with Life Force, because trying to watch it as a film to be taken seriously as a story, it is fucking terrible. It does so much wrong, it will lose you. But as an experience of a group, enjoying the experience of being together and watching something a bit trash and everyone making funny quotes at the thing and that, it works very, very... It was a very fun night.
Nice.
Just not for the film.
Yeah.
For the people around us.
The film just added to the ambience of your chats, as opposed to watching a film and your chats adding to the film.
There was a lad called Tim there.
Yeah.
He left instantly after it had finished. He did not want to stay. He basically went, I'm off now. I can't take that. And he looked bewildered to the point where I had to go, Tim, are you okay? And he was like, I don't know, to be honest, Sam. Life Force. It's on Netflix.
Excellent.
It might be it's remembered fondly by people like Paul for more than the full frontal nudity. Yeah. Paul did say he didn't remember it being quite as it was, and he didn't remember all the lamps in the room and people's ridiculous ties and stuff. There's one character and he has a pink and blue tie, and then he changed to a black tie, and I was just like, boring day, boring tie. Exciting day, exciting tie.
Nice.
And that got a good laugh out of the room. It does help that Paul has the biggest, ridiculously sized telly. It takes up, and it takes up the whole room. It ties the whole room together. It's that big. And Life Force. It's sci-fi. It's aliens. There's nudity. There's sort of vampires. There's a cast. There's a lot of cast. Most of them aren't important. I pretty much learned that 2 of them were colonels. Didn't really know many of their names. And it was interesting to see just how low the trajectory of Patrick Stewart's career started, and just how high he would ascend from that kind of role. And he went for it with it. He proper he really did try.
So he's the best thing in it type thing, or...
Well, lots of people tried. Some could act a lot better than others. The naked woman could not act. She was not... whatever assets she was hired for, I do not feel they were her acting range.
It's the 80s. She was probably one of the people that was willing to get nude.
I believe that.
Maybe had a name that people recognised.
I don't want to infer, because she might have done more since. I didn't recognise, but that doesn't mean that they didn't turn up in things. So that's it. Life Force.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Do watch it. Do watch it. You're going around your cousins for some games, so put it on.
Yeah.
Right, one of yours.
Okay, so I've watched something that I've been meaning to watch for a while. You've seen it twice now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's Jurassic World.
Yeah.
It's excellent. Anyone that doesn't like it's fucking idiot.
Yeah, is it not the most? Wait, it's just like, here's a bunch of people. Don't care about them. They're fucking assholes. They're only important if we can put a dinosaur in there. Here's dinosaur fights.
Right. Most of the complaints I've heard from people have been like, there's not enough story or whatever.
Yeah.
There's bits of story you could take out. I don't care about the parents. I don't need any of their backstory. Give me half an hour more of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like there is a lot of story. I think the problem was a lot of the story doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense.
No, it does, but it's like it is maybe a bit of a stretch to think that you could use raptors as an army.
No.
And then that you would get enough people around you who would go, that's a good idea, and then they would be willing to fund you to do that, you know? Like, maybe, like, in real life, humans might be slightly more sensible to the fact that fucking raptors, but there's a sequel coming, and if they don't give those raptors sniper rifles, they're fucking stupid. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking
good.
Awesome.
Fucking love
the raptor thing makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're paying them... spoilers, sorry if this
spoils anything. Jurassic World. It's not
nothing.
About the story.
The plot doesn't matter. They're paying them to genetically modify dinosaurs.
Yes.
So seeing if raptors are one of the ones that might be able to be trained to be in the genetically modified, because they want the big one.
Yeah.
The Abominus Prime.
Indominus Rex.
Yeah. They want him to be smaller, and
the dinosaur
makes perfect sense.
Is it Edie Wong? Is like, it's part this, part that, part cuttlefish, part this.
Yeah.
You wanted a predator. I made a super predator. It's like, maybe...
You wanted scary. I made scary.
Yeah. I love Chris Pratt in it because he's so straight.
Yeah.
Just everything. Just everything's intense. I fucking love raptors. Did you enjoy? Right. So I saw it at the cinema first, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sat with my two brothers, and you've been to the cinema with my brothers. There's a lot of poking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, every time a dinosaur died, we'd wave goodbye to that dinosaur. And then me and Nathan, one of my brothers, on the way in, had got very excited about the mosasaur. And when the mosasaur came out and it like jumps out of the river, we're like, oh, that's great. And then at the end, we should. All right, there's Indominus Rex, the big monster. There's a T-Rex that just went, oh look, there's all these easy humans to eat, but I'll fight the big guy.
Yeah.
And then when he started losing, fucking Raptor Hero Run. You get that little and then the raptor comes, so it's Raptor and T-Rex versus this fucking monster. And when they fought him over to the waterfall, me and Nathan literally held hands and went. And then when the mosasaur jived out, like the big water monster comes out and gets another cameo, we were both like,
See, I actually didn't see it coming, which made it so much better for me. Because I just forgot about that section, that's where they were. Because I expected them to do something more with the mosasaur, but then he has the second cameo with the woman, and I was like, oh, maybe that's what they're using it for. It's a bit disappointing, but oh well. And then completely forgot about it for a bit. And then that came out, I was like, yes!
It's hype. It's a really hype, fun film. I really like that about. Like, I just love that. It's like, I thought the idea is that Jurassic Park happened.
Yeah.
Ignore the other two, and then it went wrong. But now they think they fixed it, and they've got a functioning park.
Yeah.
And that's just such a great setting for like mayhem, because you get tons of people, and it's like, oh, we need to wipe out these tons of people. Well, we've got this dinosaur here, this dinosaur here. Let's release the birds. So then you just get a scene of people being like, it's just great. I really liked it because it was a big dumb fun.
And I loved all the one-liner sections. They're not really one-liners.
Oh, there's plenty of one-liners. There's plenty of like
the sort of one-liner, sort of like the really short sections.
Yeah.
That just add to the dinosaurs. The plot stuff don't care about, but the one-liner bits I love. Like him just like when you've got the Indominus Rex moving, and like they're talking about it and stuff. He's like. And he like kills one person. He's like, "Oh well, it was inevitable." What? Like, everyone's just like, "What do you mean it was inevitable? It was inevitable." That's why we have the people to sort it out. And then it's like they go in, and Chris Pratt comes in. And it's just like, "You sent them in with non-lethal weapons. It costs a lot of money." Like, fucking idiots.
Yeah. It is about an entire corporation being run by idiots.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you have like pilots on staff, but you let the eccentric millionaire fly the one helicopter that you have in an emergency.
Yeah.
Like there's so many stupid human moments. I loved it. I like it. Reminded me of like the really old blockbusters. I need to go change my e-cig.
Yeah.
Like when you were a little kid and you saw like the old fun blockbusters, like back in the day, which is how I felt about the original Jurassic Park. It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Like it was so much more enjoyable and simple than like a big dumb Transformers film that's pretending it's doing loads and that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
It's like the good bits of like James Cameron's films.
Yeah, it's
all the good bits of James Cameron's films, not the bits where he's now got into this thing of I'm just going to do close-ups of everything, or I'm going to completely make no sense, but then try to tell you there's a plot. Like,
well, I felt it reminded the last film I saw like that, where it was like it's predominantly a kids' film, but there's really enough to enjoy. Is probably Avatar.
Yeah.
For the big action.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen lots of great kids and adults can enjoy like every Pixar film ever made, but the big action set piecey one. It's one where it's kids can enjoy it, and maybe there's some rides and scares, and adults can enjoy it, and it's nothing too insulting or complex. I did like that they did the divorce storyline and they did stuff like that, and I liked that they didn't focus on any of it. It's just that's what's going on. Characters will tell you don't. There's no real any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I could skip that. They could skip it and give me more dinosaurs.
Yeah, I remember showing you when it's like, oh my fucking god, it's a dinosaur! Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I love it. Oh, I'm glad you watched that. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. The big grin. Tom has his big shit-eating grin of that was a good experience.
One of my favourite bits.
Yeah.
Is a one-liner. Is when the aunt realised that she likes Chris Pratt.
Mm.
When they're just in the car, he drives off with the raptors in the fucking bike.
Yeah.
And then the kids from behind just go, your boyfriend's a fucking badass. And she just smiles to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like she knows he's not a boyfriend at the point, but she's like, yeah.
My favourite bit, it was the heel turn. Sorry about that, phone god. They get the raptors to hunt down the Indominus Rex, and then the 4 raptors face the Rex. Blue's like the do you have an alpha female? I don't know, the head female. I don't know if you call him alpha or not.
It's Blue's the beta.
Right.
Because Chris Pratt is
the alpha. Got you. Yeah, the beta female. Blue's like the head female. And then they face the Indominus Rex, and they're all there with their ammunitions, all the humans, and they're like, something's wrong. And he goes, now I know why they wouldn't tell us everything they put in the Indominus Rex. It's part raptor. And they like do their little growls at each other, and then the 4 raptors all 180, straight 180 turn, and just look at the humans like, fuck you guys. And then chaos again. I loved. Oh, it's so good.
And then you have the extra reverse back to a face turn when they get up close to Chris Pratt and they go, kind of like this human, don't like the rest of them, fine killing those, kind of like this one, let's help him again. Yeah.
Another thing in Jurassic Park, it's following on from tradition, right? The kids in Jurassic Park 1 aren't the best actors, but they're usually with Sam Neill's character Grant, and by doing that, he manages to be sort of funny and charming, like when he pretends to be electrified in a fence and stuff. And that made the kids like very watchable. So when the raptors are after the kids, you don't hate the kids, so you're not rooting for the raptors. Or I found that with my experience. In this one, the kids have scenes, but they're always either watching dinosaurs or running away from dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So there's always a dinosaur there to make it interesting. So you never get enough time with the kids to start disliking the kids, because you'll inevitably dislike.
Didn't really like the older one.
Did you not?
For one reason.
Okay.
I feel they should have cut out every fucking one of his I'm just going to stare at girls moments. Oh, getting it. So it's so fucking pointless. He never does anything. Nothing ever comes of it. Nothing happens with it. He's just a guy that's going to stare at girls. I'm not being funny.
You know that nanny like that she gave them to look after?
Yeah.
I would stare.
Yeah.
She was gorgeous.
Why didn't he stare at her?
She was in Merlin.
He fucking ditched her. She was great. What's his problem?
Do you know she was in Merlin?
No.
Yeah, she was like Mordred, or she was like the queen in Merlin. I was like, what the shit?
Yeah.
She's an Irish actress. I've forgotten her name, but she's a really good actress. Yeah. And I was like, could have done more with you.
Yeah. Did waste her.
Yeah, well, she just gets pterodactyls just fuck her over, don't
they ditch her. She finally comes back. They kill her.
Yeah, basically. Right, okay, that one's
Yeah.
done. Spoil it away, but just fucking watch it. You don't need to. It doesn't matter if you
None
know
of the
what's
plot
coming out.
matters.
It's just great fun dinosaur romp. It was great. That was what Godzilla should have been.
Yeah.
Definitely what Kong should have been. Okay, you want another one from you, or you want my train-related mayhem?
I did one from you.
Okay, we're going to Korea.
Yeah.
We're in Korea. I'm going to spoil the beginning because it's so great. Korea, so you know, like, Korea, like, if you're a working man, you get to look dirty and have facial hair.
Yeah.
And you're a bit whiny. Dirty facial hair, whiny man is driving a truck, like a cattle truck. He gets stopped at a checkpoint. And he starts yelling at the soldier, "You better not be killing my fucking livestock again. I'm not killing them. If you try and kill my livestock, I'm gonna go mental at you." And the soldier like looks at him with pity and goes, "Oh, all right, you can come through this time," type thing. And he goes like, "You're damn right, because if you touch that livestock again, I swear I lost so much money." Da 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 da. Drives off. His phone starts ringing. He reaches for his phone. He tries reaching for his phone. He's not paying attention on the road. He hits something. A deer. He gets out. He looks at the deer. He goes, "What a shitty day." Gets back in his car. Drives off. Suddenly, the deer's body starts convulsing, and it comes back to life. Zombie motherfucking deer. That's right. Then we cut to the main guy. Right. Everyone in it is like a famous big name Korean actor. Can't remember. I tried to memorize the pronunciations, and I can't, and I don't want to just pronounce them wrong. So I'm just going to go. The main guy is like a investment banker type guy, and he's telling his assistant to dump all their stock in companies because shit's gone wrong, and he's looking at a report that all the fish have died. And then his assistant is like, "Well, that's going to cause panic and da da da," and he basically goes like, "You're an assistant. I tell you what to fucking do. You motherfucking do it. Go do it." And then he goes, "Oh wait, hang on. What do kids like?" And so then he goes to his daughter and he's got her a gift, and the gift is a Wii or a Wii U. I think a Wii U because it fits.
Yeah.
But then she already got one because every kid already had a Wii U. Great advertisement there. Just for that's where all the budget went for the games they didn't create for the Wii U. Then his daughter's like, "I want to go stay with mom in Busan. I want to go live with mom," and he's like, "Right, well, I'm not sure about that." But then he watches her doing like a music recital thing and she can't finish, and then he's like, "Oh, I love my daughter, I'll take her to see her mom even though she hates me." And then he gets on a train and lots of other people get on this train, and then a woman runs on the train and she's been bitten by something, and she goes and hides in the toilet and she keeps moaning that she's sorry, and she wanders down the train. She collapses. An attendant finds her. Her body starts convulsing. She bites the attendant. The attendant then wanders through the aisle. She's like got this woman clinging to her neck. They pull her off. The attendant dies but comes back to life. Suddenly, zombies start coming out this train, but they're not like, they're more like like 28 Days Later, like super rage. We run and we're fucking angry zombies. Part of the train gets affected, part not. A high school baseball team used their baseball bats to very good effect to minimize. People start running up and down the train. There's a really cool guy with a pregnant lady, like a heavily pregnant wife. Yeah. There's like your fucking self-serving businessmen. There's old ladies. There's cowards. There's brave people. There's a little couple, like a high school couple, and they're on this fucking train, and the film's called The Last Train to Busan, and the way the like zombie virus works in this is if you die, you come back. Yeah. You come back as a really fucking rage-filled bra. You can't open doors, but if you see a human, you will bang, you will break glass, you will charge and bash your head against whatever it is to try and kill them. And it's fucking great. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so epic in scale. Like, if you watch the trailer, there's bits that it kind of spoils for you that I don't want to spoil for you. But it's like, wherever this train goes, they can't escape the outbreak. And the outbreak happens so quick and is so brutal. And there's slightly more going on, and you find out some characters are more connected. There's a brilliant bit where like people make zombie-proof weaponry, and all they do is like gaffer tape their arms so that they can take bites. Yeah. And there's a lot of like, just the Korean, the kind of it's more Asian in general because Japan does this a lot, and so does Hong Kong. Of like side characters get really well developed character traits, and they're not just generic one-liners or like your dumb hicks. They're more rounded, and you're meant to have more sympathy or more understanding, and they get their moments, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's a really like, I was about an hour in when Sarah joined. I think it's like 2.5 hours, and she just picked it up from where I was and was like, "Oh, it's really good." And then we're both like, "What a dick that guy is!" So, if you've played Telltale's The Walking Dead, then there's references to that all the way through it, and yeah, it's really, really good. It's a really good zombie film. I want to say more, but
watch it.
Well, I want you.
Yeah.
Tom, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
And whereas Jurassic World, I feel like it's fine to talk about this shit because it's hype and dumb. This was not hype and dumb. This was kind of brilliant, and it ends just when it should. I'm really fabbing a good run of films that end just at the right moment and don't try and give me like a Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, or whatever it was called, fucking 45 minutes worth of endings. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really, really good watch. Last Train to Busan.
Cool.
Check it out. Don't buy a Wii U. Check it out. It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Cool.
It's very, very good. Yeah.
Fair play.
I want to. There's more I could say, but it's just I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to spoil this shit because it's zombies and shit.
I give it a couple of years before we get zombies on a train. Coming from
I'm
America.
tired of these motherfucking zombies on this motherfucking train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see America trying to rip it off.
Yeah.
But it's so well done. It's like, and because a lot of it is narrow on this train, they film the train really well.
I've always liked the idea of doing having a zombie film that's actually based around the outbreaks. So it sounds cool to me.
Oh, there is one bit I'll give. There is one bit. So the main character is kind of a jerk. He's not necessarily a superhero guy.
Yeah.
Whereas the guy with the pregnant wife is kind of a superhero guy. And at one bit, his phone rings, and he uses his phone ring to distract some zombies. And then they wander through, and when he calls the main guy arsehole, the superhero guy, and he goes, "Hey arsehole, da-da-da," and the arsehole just returns and goes, "Well, why do you have such a shit ringtone then?" And the super guy goes, "My ringtone isn't shit. How do I change it?" Which doesn't matter, because his phone is like halfway down the train with zombies running after it. But it's just there's the little moments like that as well. Like there's some little funny bits in it. It's not just a dark dour, it's violent. There's a lot of blood and guts, but there's quite a lot of good stuff to it. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of good characters. I think that's where zombies work for me, is when you give me good characters, then I can sort of enjoy it.
Because zombies aren't that interesting anymore. They've been done. Zombies themselves aren't that interesting. Unless you make them interesting, but then you're not really...
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that BBC programme, I can't remember the name of, where they're like bringing zombies back in.
Oh, Dead
and stuff.
something.
Yeah.
Dead Cells or something. Yeah, where zombies... It's
Zombies are people. They are the characters. That's when they're
the
interesting.
first season that was really good. I didn't watch the second.
But like zombie films where it's just, oh, we're running away from zombies, we're just doing a stereotypical zombie horror type film. They're not interesting. You need to make the characters interesting. It's the stories of the characters that are interesting.
Yeah, I feel zombies are like... You usually skip the first bit, which is the outbreak.
Yeah.
And you usually don't get the end, because the end is almost inevitably going to be the entire destruction of the human race, or a complete overhaul and limiting of human territory. Yeah. So you're stuck in like this middle bit, and there's only so long you can go with that. Like, this is what The Walking Dead kind of had, where like the one episode you were talking about from the late season is when a guy gets recruited because he's pretending to be a genius but he isn't.
Yeah.
And you were like, that was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Eugene, I think the guy's name was.
Eugene
but
is my favourite character.
But that's because after 7 seasons, you've run out of, oh, well, there's humans, there's tribes, and there's zombies. Oh, look, there's zombies. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's, for me, like, it's why, like, Dawn of the Dead, which is, like, Romero's, R.I.P. Romero, by the way, it's not long after his passing that we were recording this. It's guys in a shopping mall. Well, a group in a shopping mall, and it's their kind of inner politics and how they kind of deal with it. It's not the big long scope thing or the one thing I get tired of in zombies is it's people kind of taking stock and just going, oh, human race, oh, I'm so sad, oh, it's like, no, that bit comes next, that's after, that's the end bit, and it's just really well done. It's a really well done film. Last Train to Busan was the zombies are in an over bloated filled, like, the next zombie horror should be the world's being overrun by zombie related films, television, books, memorabilia, comics, magazines, YouTube videos, and just the human race trying to survive the culture zombies. That's where we're at. But yeah, it works. It does do that. I can't cut you off to sort of agree with you, but then kind of reaffirm my own points. I'm kind of not just interrupted you there. I've kind of not just cut you off there, Tom. Your turn.
Yeah. So zombies.
Zombies.
If you're a person that wants to make a film in England, and you're looking at zombie films, either don't or do something more interesting.
Well, we've reached I don't know what wave you'd call it, but the first wave was zombies, like Romero zombies.
Yeah.
The second wave was sort of more massive scale zombies, and now we've reached where zombies are more humanized, or you get there's TV shows like the one you were telling me about, Santa Clara Diet.
Yeah, Santa Clarita Diet.
Santa Clarita Diet, where it's a zombie is our main character now, or there's another one. She works in the morgue, I think. iZombie. That's the kind of where we're at now.
Yeah.
So where's left to go? You might as well just have people again. Yeah. Bring back ghosts. I'm telling you, ghosts.
If you really want zombies, just
bring ghosts. Do ghosts. Ghost zombies.
Yeah. Or just make a post-apocalyptic style film, and just say zombies did this, and then every so often you can have zombies. They're not important. It's just they have to be there. You know what we don't get enough of? Imps. Tiny winged, overbloated demon things. Think like an evil Cupid. Not enough of them. No. We can make a film with them. Army of imps trying to take over the human race. Eventually. I don't feel like animating imps.
No. I said we could. I didn't say we should. Or we would.
Yeah.
But we could. Because no one does imps. Oh, I miss imps. Right, let's move on. Your turn.
Don't really have anything else that's worth talking about.
Oh, I thought you said you watched a few things.
I've got a few. I could talk about another one if you want to do another one.
Is it worth talking about? You must make this decision for us all.
No.
Well, that's it then.
No.
I hope you appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I respect that honesty. The honesty to go, well, I've watched some things. No, actually, it's not worth talking about. I'm not trying to fill the air talking about something, but actually just go,
maybe when I've watched more of it, I've got watched a few that are series. Okay. At the moment, now.
Cool. Works. That works. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. Your laptop's finished loading up, so we'll get a good 45 minutes of editing before we watch some wrestling. So we're going to do some editing, watch some wrestling. You guys just finished watching this, so you should go or listen, whatever you're doing. So you should go watch Jurassic World. Yep.
If you've not already seen it.
Yeah. Last Train to Busan was the zombie film, and Life Force. But you shouldn't watch Life Force alone. You should watch Life Force as a popcorn film event.
Yeah, watch that tonight with your family or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah.
In a bit, peeps. Bye.
Bye.